Now this is crazy. So this Twitter page, Florida SeaWatch, at Florida SeaWatch, currently has 5,000 followers. I'm sure that's going to increase. There's a lot going on here and it's only just begun. And so there may be more to come. I don't know if there is more to come really, because there is a lot here. Here we have our first tweet. Another beautiful day on the Florida shore. Big thanks to our beach lifeguards for keeping the waves fun and the water safe. And it's just a regular picture of a beach, right? But no, if you go to the top left of this picture, you will see there is, of course, some hidden text. It's not that hidden, but apparently it says, unofficial, not affiliated with any company or creator. And we're all like, don't know what this is. Don't know what this is at all. Then we get some pictures of turtles. I don't think this has any relevance whatsoever, so there you go. But then, this is the thing that blows everything out of the water, no pun intended. We get this tweet. Did this sign fall off a boat or drift all the way from Gravity Falls, Oregon? Look at that bite. Mother Nature is no friend of plastic, but sharks don't mind eating anything they can get their jaws on. Another mess cleaned up. And it's a picture of a sign that looks very Gravity Fallsy. It looks very Book of Bill. It's literally Bill Cipher's eye, the world's most distracting object, reference to the first episode of Gravity Falls. You'll notice that there's some ciphertext up here. There's some ciphertext down here, and there's also a little bit up here, but that's probably not going to be able to be gotten because of this big shark bite. Apparently it says, get distracted, and the top says, look, 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 have fun on the beach. So this is very Gravity Fallsy, and everybody was like, wow, is this a new Alex Hirsch project? But it's important to note that the first tweet, of course, said this is unaffiliated with the Gravity Falls creators, and it is unofficial. But for this to be unofficial, this is amazing so far. Like, this is so cool. Who made this? How was this made? It's just insane. It's really cool so far. And then it gets even cooler. Don't worry. The next one. The sun don't take breaks, so neither should you. Sunscreen, hats, and shade are your best friends out here. Your skin will thank you later. And then it looks like a normal photo, but in the bottom left, we've got Morse code. Morse code. And down in the bottom right, we've got some more of these symbols. But yeah, bottom left says it's in the water. Bottom right, when land is sea, he is free. What does that mean? Who could that be referring to? This one's interesting. Spotlight on Florida's green iguanas. These critters hide in plain sight just like much of our coastal wildlife. The more you look, the more you see. How many can you spot? So then here we have an iguana. That was a little bit hidden. It's quite obvious. There's another one here. I didn't even notice this one before. Okay, so that just shows you how camouflaged they are, right? Not as camouflaged as this. This is a key. Like it's literally a PNG of a key. It's very similar to my house key. It's a key and it says green on it. I don't know if you can see that. It says green on it. And so the instant thing that you would think is the Visionaire cipher, because that's how the show worked, right? You would have keys in the show, hidden in the show, and they would have words next to them, or there would be a bunch of letters in a scene that would give you the key to the Visionaire cipher. And the thing that we solve using Visionaire is this up here. There is a string of letters above here, and that gives you the tide is high, but I'm losing hold. It feels like somebody is speaking to us from the water. This is the next one. This is really cool as well. Today's find. Wonder if the Stano War knows they lost something. Lots of rusty nails exposed on this. Cleaned up for your safety. And yeah, it's the Stan O War 2. Gets me a little bit worried. In this universe, do they die? Do Stan Lee and Stan Food die at sea? I mean, could be possible. But it kind of goes to show maybe there is something in the ocean that is kind of haunting the ocean. You know, they went there because that was another place of weirdness, right? Like Gravity Falls was a place which had the magnetism of weirdness, and this place in the Atlantic or the Pacific Ocean or something was also a high density place of weirdness. Anyway, the next one is wildlife spotting. Just remember, watch from a distance, stay on the boardwalk, don't feed, and follow all posted signs. I don't think there is anything on this one, apart from 6-7, of course, the biggest number at the current moment. I think there could be stuff here, but it's really difficult to pick out. So just some lovely photos of some wildlife. This is very clustered, is my concern. Do they hide something here? This is very nice scenery, by the way. I'm sure this is probably Florida. Bewab. It says Bewab. I didn't notice that. That's funny. Bewab. This isn't the interesting one, but there's an interesting one coming up. This also looks like Dipper's hat. Just saying. Just saying. Okay, next up, we have weather alert. It's looking wild out there. Anyone headed to the beach for some evening fun should reconsider. Never seen a storm come out of nowhere like this. Major impacts in the south expected through tomorrow morning. So this one is interesting. Hi. Oh no, that is just saying hi. That's a hi. This one is interesting because, like, a storm is heading our way. Like, it's building a story, right? That there's something going to happen with the tide in this place. Like, it's building something up. Why are we at the Florida SeaWatch Twitter page? This isn't like an official page, by the way. This is created for the ARG. But like, there's going to be some sort of like tsunami or like some weird event that happens here. Like I say that quite literally, it's going to be a weird event. But there you go. There's also, I believe, that is going to be a A1Z26, and it says you'll swim fine, har har. You'll swim fine. So it's like there's going to be a flood or something. Flood in Florida. Call it Floodera. That was a bad joke. This one is very, very, very cool. I love this. This is probably going to be in the thumbnail. That storm washed in some weirdness. 6 fingers. Pages are waterlogged and stuck. But the back says, if found, return to Gravity Falls, Oregon. That's the second thing I found from that town. Anyone heard of it? It's not on any maps. So it seems like it's another journal, right? It's another journal that probably Stanley and Stanford had while they were exploring the oceans. So here's the back as well. This is really cool. I don't know how they did this. There is some text here. I found, if found, return to Gravity Falls, Oregon. Really cool detail there. Like, I know it says it in the tweet, but just the attention to detail with like this prop is insane. It is happening again. So that's cool. This one is update, trying to open that old book without ripping the pages. No luck so far, nearly tore it in half. Might have had too much sun this morning. Keep tasting seawater, probably just my imagination. Taking a break and getting a real drink. This one, at the bottom, there's some Morse code. It says, come to me and you'll be one with the sea. Right, spotlight on the Portuguese man-o'-war. Had a long dream about these guys last night, thinking a lot about them today. These things wash up along our northern shores. Their sting is no joke, so admire from a safe distance. You'll notice weird capitalizations in this. Like is this Twitter account kind of becoming more and more insane? Like, are they being possessed by like Bill Cipher or something? Obviously, it always comes down to Bill Cipher in the series, but the letters spell out sink. Where are the brothers? Yes, They must have drowned. They must have been thrown over into the ocean. This is a video, so water safety, whether you're surfing, snorkeling our divine reefs? Why did I say reefs? Reefs or diving too deep, buddy up if you can. It's a little safer that way. Nobody on land wants you to drown. It's kind of saying it's not foreshadowing per se, because there's nothing to foreshadow, but like, it's kind of implying that the brothers may not be safe out there. This video is glitching, but I don't know if there's anything to that. I don't think there is, but you can tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. This one is something I found interesting. Maybe I'm going crazy. But look at that, our gorgeous ocean. Almost prefer the waters to dry land, but gotta come ashore sometime, I guess. Need some time to sail off soon. Or need some time off to sail soon. May make a small journey, maybe even later tonight. We'll just see. Again, like it's kind of going insane by the minute. Like this grammar is not very grammar-like, right? It's not great grammar, and it's just very it's quite erratic tweeting, right? It's very strangely worded and everything. Does the code say not from around here? There's a code? Oh, here. There's a code right there. Hidden away. Camouflage like an iguana. And not from around here. Lit around here. Yeah, I think it's just a Caesar. But yeah, the thing I found interesting about this one, like, again, very erratic posts and stuff. But this one, what is that? What is that on the horizon? Am I making this up? Like, is this some people? Doesn't look like people. The other people are very close. This guy is quite far away by himself. Like, that is very far away. That's on the horizon. That is really tall. What is that? Is that like a boat or something? It seems like it could be like a boat sinking. But when I first saw that, I thought Kraken. Like I thought like octopus, squid, tentacles coming out of the water. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a hidden thing or anything, but like I wanted to point it out because that is very interesting and quite scary. Like it's quite terrifying to me. Anyway, moving on from that one, we have spotlight on the peninsula. Look at that. Dry land is barely holding on. Water on every side. It's only a matter of time before the sea decides to take the rest. Also, no jellyfish. Not even one. Who made this map? Something like an obsession with jellyfish is starting to arise here, right? And then this is a very weird map. I don't know if this is an accurate map at all. You have Havana right here from Cuba. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. Islam Morada, Miami, Dania. Then you have dolphin. That is not a dolphin, mate. That is not a dolphin. Anyway, don't think there's anything else more to that. So then this is the sort of final tweet for now. All life came from the sea. It should be easy for us to return to the sea, right? Just a beach thought for tonight. Can't stop thinking about that damn waterlogged sailing book. My boat's been calling. Think I'll answer tonight. That is a very interesting tweet. It is, again, so random and grammar awful. Like the whole reason why you have these tweets at the beginning, which is just kind of like one-off and like it's supposed to be a normal page, right? It's very grammatically okay. Another beautiful day on the Florida shore. Big thanks to our beach lifeguards. Like, it's very human, or it seems not corporate, but like very like friendly, you know. And then you've got like hashtags that make sense, and it's just to show over time the deterioration. Like it's actually okay up until this point, right? Up until this point, they find the book, and then they get like obsessed with the book, and then they start talking about freaking Portuguese man of war. Like, what is this? What is this post? And then they're getting a little bit more insane. Then you have this weird Kraken thing, and then this, who made this map? And then you got to build cipher. Like it shows kind of the Twitter page becoming more and more insane. So it seems like what has happened up to this point is Stanley and Stanford have died out at sea. The Stano War II has washed up ashore on the Florida beaches, and here we have a book as well that is now kind of haunting people, similarly to how Book of Bill was. Now, this is the tweet that is very interesting, and you'll see this is the one that I liked. I think I even quote retweeted this. but it doesn't show up as that for some reason. Started sailing last night. Weirdest thing. Nav glitched. New coords showed up. 20 degrees north, 65.55 degrees west. gfcaptainslog.com. What could this be? Feels like it's calling me. Gotta clear my head. Breathing that cool salt air. See you on the sea. And then we have this picture. So, where do I begin? I mean, there isn't actually much to digest here. I guess this is what the kind of map that we were seeing before. You kind of have the Florida coastline here. You'll have Cuba below. Is Cuba actually that close? I can't believe Cuba is there. Maybe I'm being stupid. Maybe it's not the Havana I thought it was. Anyway, you kind of have this background of a ship, and then you have, of course, the main thing that everything, like your eyes are being drawn to, gfcaptainslog.com. So then you're like, what is that? And then you click on it. Brother, it is another Book of Bill website. What? It is a whole other ARG. Oh, I like the music. Oh yeah, I could jam out to this. This is insane, by the way. How? Even, like, this is my quote retweet. This is so professional and impressive. How is this unofficial? I don't get how this is an unofficial website for Gravity Falls. And it only gets more insane. Here's why I say it's insane. Of course, it isn't just a website with a still, well, not a still, but a GIF. You know, it's not just kind of like a static website that you can't do anything on. It is interactable. So, for example, one of the first things I did was click on these binoculars at the top left. And this happens. And you can't, I hate it. I really, really don't like this. Like, there's something so terrifying to me about this, about kind of looking out into the distance over the ocean and not being able to see anything because of fog. And then a green light shows up, and then you're like, what was that? That could either be the eye of the devil, or it could be like a lighthouse or something. And then over time, yeah, you'll kind of see it here. It's kind of going across the screen. There's a pirate ship, or just a boat. And as far as I know, that's the only thing that happens. I haven't stayed on this page for longer than maybe a minute. So I do want to experiment with a lot of this. You can see it very clearly here now. I do want to like stay on this page for like a few hours and see if anything crazy happens. So we can test that out. But that's one thing, right? That's just one thing of many. And just like the Book of Bill website, you know, there was a lot going on with that. There was so much that you could do. And it was mainly because there were codes and stuff. Well, we have that again. We have that entire thing again. Stano War 2 console. Enter override. And you can execute or terminate. So the first thing that I did, and the only thing that I've done up to this point, is I typed in Bill cipher. And the weird thing about this is I typed in Bill and it didn't work. I typed in Bill cipher all lowercase and it didn't work. I type in Bill cipher like spelt grammatically correctly, and you click on execute and you get this. Received a message, I think that says. Oh, wait. No, wait. Okay, hang on. Hang on 1 second. You execute, and then you... Wait. How do I... Oh, here we go. Then you get this. You get this. Stupid jellyfish thinks he's cosmic. Adorable. You can't drown an idea, Ford. Now let me out. Crazy. Crazy. You type in Bill cipher and you get this. So, once again, we've got the theme of the jellyfish. So what is specific about the jellyfish here that means it needs to be mentioned more than once, you know. So there seems to be maybe a jellyfish character, maybe cosmic. Cosmic. Stupid jellyfish thinks he's cosmic. Like the cosmic axolotl above everything. Maybe there's a jellyfish as well. And so maybe it's kind of rolling with that sort of theme of like amphibians and water creatures kind of being above us in space and kind of looking down on us and governing the universe. So that's very interesting, and I wonder where this is going to go. I genuinely don't know. Like, I want to explore this as much as possible, and if you want to see me explore this as much as possible, make sure you like the video and you subscribe to let me know that you want to see more. So we also have all these triangles around dotting about, and I'm going to take that off just in case, you know, epilepsy. I'm sure it's the time. I probably was late to the party there. So there you go. That is one of the codes, Bill Cipher. So there you go. So then you have other things, and I'm purposefully not tapping the book for now because you'll see that in a second. Is there actually anything else? I do know there is something else, but I just want to try other things first. You tap on this and it gives you some weird... Oh, it gives you a noise.
If your equipment isn't properly set up, you might be missing some of the benefits that stereo can provide.
Oh, it actually does give you audio. I'm thinking it's kind of like a black box, right? A black box in a plane that kind of records data and stores your information about the flight. I wonder if it's like that. Wow, I didn't even realize this was a thing. But, you know, you have multiple buttons here. Multiple buttons, top secret, classified document. Here is a jellyfish. Case 001, Emperor Jellyfish Anomaly. So maybe the thing that we saw in that one photo was a jellyfish. By the way, while I'm here, I should say there has been another tweet since I last looked at this. Closing in on those coords. Thought I saw a boat out there. Can't be sure. Almost fell overboard. Gonna gdeet some sleep. Opal do hibid. And then in here, if you turn up the brightness, it says ya ha ha he he. Interesting. I can hear him whispering my name as well. That's what that says. I can hear him whispering my name. Very interesting. We must be talking about the jellyfish here. Like, I'm assuming we're kind of straying away from Bill Cipher and we're going to this jellyfish. So, just out of curiosity, and there's a lot here that we can go through properly another time. Just let's press all these buttons. The Pirate's Bounty Harbinger. Okay. So this is very Book of Bill like very Book of Bill website like. Specimen list, Mature, Manitor. Oh, Manitor, very nice. Demon. We've got Amphibious Humanoid. Susan, who's a sentient houseplant. Fishanthrope. What? Gillbilly. Singing Skeleton. Twin Unicorns. Witch Mole. Like, what is going on? Specimen list. I guess, well, who's Dr. Thorne? I guess that's just going through like some of the creatures that they met along the way. Don't you want to return to the sea with us? Drown with us. Midnight gathering behind the dry dock. Bring offerings. Dress wet. Free pizza. What? Abysmal Emperor? This is insane. I love this. And the thing I like about this is the theme. I really like the theme of all of this, and I'm terrified of underwater creatures and just the ocean in general. So this is going to be a great series if we ever delve deep into this. We've also got the Anomaly Pod Mark II, which is a mobile containment unit for the Rift, I assume. Weirdness barrier, glass sphere. Really, really cool lore and stuff. So there's one more thing that I wanted to show you on this website. Actually, a few more things. There's other buttons here. which give you comic panels. And I'm assuming it's all... Maybe it isn't canon. Well, I assume it is. But it should be in order, I think. There's a containment unit. Radiation in a can. Best before 1970. Experiment 416. There's a lot of information here to take in. And there is one more thing I wanted to show you. And that is, of course, this book. So I went into this website initially and I was like, oh, this is a cool little website. There's going to be a few codes on here, I'm sure. This is just going to be something small. And then we're going to get multiple tweets about like other things that happen on the website or something. Anyway, you come to this book. This book sails into dark and uncharted waters meant for older readers. First big warning right there. Like, Book of Bill was a lot, but could this be even more? You press continue. Page 1 of 446. I thought I was done with Gravity Falls, man, but I'm definitely not done. Property of Stanford and Stanley, Stano War 2, Captain's Log. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I think that means I came, I saw, I conquered in Latin. Bro, this is just journal 3.5. Like, this is insane. And the XL squid. This is so cool. There's so much here. And then you come to like page 400 and you're like, surely it can't go on 400. No, like every page has something. And there's so much. There's like secret codes, something at the bottom of the sea. Like, what the heck? And I'm assuming a lot of what's in here is going to have to go into the code panel. So this is insane. I am very overwhelmed by this. I am so happy that this exists. And I am so just wow. I'm so blown away by how good this is. Again, it's so professional. Knowing that this is unofficial, I don't know how long it must have taken to do 400 pages of that book. I even heard someone on Twitter, one of the developers of this, and by the way, here are the credits. I don't know if I can see the full thing, but here are the credits. I saw someone on Twitter talking about it because they were part of the development team, and they said that they wanted to put more pages in the book, but they didn't in the end. They chose not to, just because they thought people don't want to read that much. And I'm like, give me more. Give me even more than 400. I will read the full thing. So this is very impressive. I want to do one more. I want to try one more thing. I want to try jellyfish. Execute. Denied. And what about like axolotl? I don't know. I don't know what codes to try. I will have to go through this book and try out some codes. Anyway, I'm going to end it here for now. Thank you guys for joining me on this introduction video. If you want to see me continue and make this into a full series, then please do let me know in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in another video. Goodbye.